Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact reaction. Today we have Venture of Tonalamatl. This is the other song, the other battle theme from this region, and I can't wait to hear what this one has in store compared to the other one. I do find the title kind of interesting because I actually did spend quite a bit of time down a rabbit hole a few years ago learning about Aztec culture and Mesoamerican culture. So the title actually holds a little bit of extra significance since I know the word Tonalamatl and I know what it means and I know what its etymology is, and that's kind of neat. So I immediately have an idea of what the sound of this is going to be kind of inspired by. Probably that Aztecan culture, maybe a little bit of that Mesoamerican area. I'm not entirely sure, but I would not be surprised if it was a little bit more skewed that way compared to the African inspirations of other songs I've heard from Natlan. But I'll digress. We'll get into all that after the song, I'm sure. So without further ado, let's go. I mean, that Spanish flair is there. Kind of got a bolero going on. It's one of my favorite drum grooves. It's on the up. All right. Okay, now we're just going jazz. When did we move from Mexico to Louisiana? Oh yeah. You just can't help but dance to this. Ooh. Really soft drum fill there. Love that. The phrasing. Bring all the energy. Dude, flutes, underrated in jazz, 100%. They don't get used enough. Okay. Speaking of underrated in jazz, I mean, we're less in the jazz section now, but you get my point. I can't help but just vibe with this. Muted trumpet, a classic. I hear you messing around on those toms, drummer. I'm having a similar response to the last one. you fight to this? Woo! This is music for friends, not foes. Why are these battle themes? Fantastic, yet again. First things first, I did misspeak during my reaction. I realized it about halfway through, but I didn't want to keep bringing it back up. I didn't mean bolero, I meant flamenco. I don't know what happened in my brain. I think it's the Legend of Zelda brain rot, bringing back Gerudo Valley, and then I made the connection to Bolero of Fire. That's at least my best guess, because my brain is just a gigantic chest full of information that I have to be very specifically picky about when gathering and pulling it out. And sometimes in those mental moments where I'm trying to actively think about something, I just pick the wrong word. It happens a lot. ADHD brain go burr. So I apologize for that one. Don't want to sit on that misinformation. I meant to say flamenco. I had the right style in mind, the wrong word for it. But aside from flamenco, it also had that jazz influence. Like I said, it kind of felt like it moved up to Louisiana a little bit. There was a lot more of that influence in there for just a moment. And it also had a little bit of samba feel in there too. Like there was just a bunch going on in this song. But again, how do you fight to this? How is this a fighting song? I would just be making friends with whatever enemies across from me. Like I'd just be standing there dancing and they would be like, what the hell's going on? I can't feel it. Like I'd be so into it. Like I can't help myself. This is the sort of thing that just drives me to dance. I have not a single bit of melanin in my skin, but these songs could get me dancing. They could get the whitest of people dancing, me included. I love this feel. I cannot be friends with anybody who doesn't love this sound and this energy and this music. It's just so lively. It's so fun. How do you not like this? But also, how do you fight to it? I've put together that this region is very musically influenced, and I know obviously with the music it has, that's kind of a no shit sort of thing, but I've seen the characters in it as well, like those in the game that are constantly dancing, and like it's a very lively community that this world is assisting. And yeah, it totally makes sense. I totally feel it. I would be one of them. I love this sound. Everything about this, the jazziness on the drums especially was really locking me in. Like I loved hearing all the playing around on the toms, just kind of going down from like first to floor tom and just kind of using that as a backbeat on top of everything else. Like switching the hi-hat to an offbeat and upbeat, so you were just kind of constantly bouncing with it. You couldn't help but get that vibe going. I love that so much. Everything about this song made me want to get up and dance. I had to hold myself down on this chair so I didn't start looking like an idiot trying to dance, because while I want to dance, I cannot in fact dance. And as per usual, having a gigantic amount of instruments in this as well. I think I heard a Qian in there. I think I heard a tres in there, which is really interesting to hear, because usually they just go for a classical guitar. I think there was also a classical guitar in there, but then it had like a quinto in there, and it's like, okay, cool, that's percussion. And instead of just using the European equivalent of the instruments, they're actually using the locale version of it, the one that's evolved with the culture over time. I love that so much. It adds so much more character and flair to the songs, and you can get a lot more character in general having all those different sounds, because every instrument, those even minor changes, can completely affect the sound, and it definitely does. You can hear this song and immediately know it comes from Latin American culture and that Mesoamerican space. So I love that they have this. I'm just nerding out so much about this. I really have no other technical things to say, because so far every single song in Natlan has just been an absolute bop, an absolute 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever your scale may be. They are A+ tracks consistently, and their energy and love put into them and poured into them, it's just really hype inducing. Like I can't wait to hear more every single time I hear a song from this region, and I don't think that's ever gonna go away. I love everything they're doing here. But again, I think I should end it here, because I'll just keep yapping and being excited about these songs over and over again, saying the same 5 things. So thank you all so very much for watching. Please, if you have more songs from the Natlan area that you want me to get to, let me know, and I will definitely do my best to get to them. And otherwise, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!